beat his ass for y'all
do
talking.
Shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski mask and
if y'all
all
was
that.
loud.
We got the whole hood over there, Tank.
Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none of
can
that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna him up.
Gervonta Davis is picking up heat for his fight with Lamont Roach as he exploded on him during the conference for their fight on March 1st. Davis has announced to the boxing world that he's retiring from the sport in 2025, but promised to fight 3 times before he does so.
That you go retire next year, how many times do you want to get in the ring next year if it was your choice?
3 times.
3? So it's 3 fights for sure.
He called the boxing sport trash and feels unmotivated to keep on fighting.
Why you retiring, Tank? Why you retiring?
What trash?
What changed? What made you?
This shit is trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity.
This had prompted Lamont Roach to say that he doesn't want Davis to use his retirement and lack of motivation as an excuse when he loses the fight. This is because Roach is worried his legacy will be stained by fighting someone who hasn't got his head in the game and has no fire left for the sport.
That's what I want, though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you going out.
Always go like this. Always go like this.
Nah, what I'm saying, you just said you feel like you're going out.
They go to
I don't want you to feel like you're going out. I don't want that to be an excuse. You know our team name, no excuse. I don't want it to be like, oh, that was my last fight and shit like that. I don't want that. That's going to stain my legacy. You hear me?
Lamont, is this what you...
Roach wants to fight the Tank at his best so he can defeat him and become the best in the division.
Is this the Tank you want to face?
Of course, I want to face the best Tank, dude. I'm not trying to spot nothing. It is what it is. He one of the best. I'm one of the best. We trying to get in there. We trying to win.
Roach stated that Davis shouldn't have used this fight to announce his retirement and talk about his lack of energy because that just gives him the advantage and confidence to knock him out when they meet in the ring.
Tank says that he's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, you know, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
Roach got what he wanted because Davis came back in the recent conference and went all out on him, sending one brutal warning after the other.
What do I look like getting up?
Okay. Okay.
That ain't never going to stop nothing over here.
Roach mentioned that his family would be at the event, to which Davis warned not to bring them to the bloodbath. He promised Roach a hard time that would be hard for his family to watch. Davis swore on his kid that Roach's father was shaking and scared of him, so according to him, even Roach knows that he's facing the toughest battle he has had yet.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
they gonna celebrate with me. You hear me?
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Pops. Oh,
on my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking.
Don't say, bro.
That's cap. What I'm about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
it gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be.
Hey, somebody lying.
Good.
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
Hey. I'm
okay,
glad my
Tank.
name is somebody.
Roach's dad snapped back that he's been in the boxing scene for quite some time now and has no longer gets nervous or scared watching fighters in the ring.
He said someone was shaking.
I thought he would say, okay.
Okay,
nah,
I mean.
Shaking, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nervous, man. Pressure bust pipe, and there's no nervousy over here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've been doing this too long, man. I'm saying we excited. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for this. We more than ready, and we're gonna continue to train hard and be ready for March 1st.
Tank told me that
Gervonta Davis did not hold back and spewed harsh words towards Lamont and his team, telling them to get up on the stage and fight him instead of talking. Lamont simply stated that he would be the one to win no matter what.
When he feels
you come
when
with.
I know
you come with.
Hey.
Them ain't gonna be able to stop none of this shit. I don't give a.
I'm
they
the
can have
one.
all
I'm
that
the one.
coat,
I'm the
ski
one.
mask up. Them can't
I'm the
stop
one.
shit.
I'm the one.
Them can't stop shit.
I'm the one.
And
you
when
hear
it
me?
come to this shit,
I'm
you
the
know
one.
how Baltimore
I'm
get
the
down.
one. I'm the
For
one.
real.
I'm the one. I'm the
For
one to
real.
stop all that shit.
Davis did not just stop there. When the predictions of the fight were asked from the audience, the responses that leaned towards Lamont had him fuming even more.
Pay for it. I guarantee you pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
When asked who Gervonta Davis is representing, he opened up to say that he's representing everyone who is in the trenches. He's fighting for those who feel like they can't fight for themselves, for those who are doubted and hated, and is speaking up for them.
Like all over, like it's like everybody going through something.
You represent the trenches.
Yeah, like that's why I feel as though I represent, like not even just, I represent if you, people doubting you, you feel like you know, you're back against the rope and you don't have nobody, I do it for them. Like I feel as though them people, like, you feel me? Like,
okay.
In their previous conference, Davis officially state that he's out of the fighting scene. After next year, I'm out of it. Yeah, out of this sport. Davis had shared that he's stepping away from the sport for his own sake and his family's. He no longer wants the mindset of a fighter, as they have to be ruthless. Having 2 daughters, he wants them to have a different type of father and set a different tone. His main aim is to get therapy that allows him to be more gentle, but that would mean distinguishing the fire and passion for the sport, which he is okay with. That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it would lose the fire that I have inside of me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I want to be much softer, be more humble, and things like that. Moreover, he's losing motivation for the sport and doesn't feel as good about it as he used to. Since he's 30 now, his spirit for the sport is falling short as he's learning that there are more significant things in life than boxing.
What he said, like, he said something like he heard I've been slipping. You know what I mean?
He basically said, I heard you fell off and you were not having that.
Yeah.
Kid turned 30. How does it feel to turn 30? Oh, when I turned 30, I was like, damn, now I can't go to the club. I can't do this. What is it? How do you feel turning 30?
Like when I do shit now, I be like, I'm 30, I don't supposed to be doing this. Like,
Tank Davis finds the sport trashy and even got annoyed at reporters who were asking random silly questions and recording him without his permission.
Fight for sure.
Why you retiring, Tank? Why you retiring?
What changed? What made you?
This shit is trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Yeah, can I just move a little bit more? Here we go. Perfect.
Why you right here recording? Why you right here recording? Who is you?
Being on top of his weight class, even the responses targeting his loss piss him off. This is why he did not hesitate to shut down a reporter and make a $100,000 bet with him on winning his fight against Roach.
Who said that? You said what? You said what? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much I want back? How much you want back? Just cut it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet. What's your name? Al, where you from? All right, bet.
Even though the heckles with the fans and reporters seems to grind Tank's gears, he said that it comes with the territory. Since he has the talent, he doesn't feel much about it.
Like you spoke in New York, some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd.
Like how that bet was.
The 2 guys, like the bet, is all this stuff kind of added more?
No, I don't know. You know how people like,
Just
I don't know,
so.
the people that come with the talent, like they always feel like they gotta be tough. And I'm all here for it.
Showbiz the Adult shared his opinion on why Tank Davis is tired and unmotivated of the sport at such an early age. It's because Davis didn't go up a weight class and challenge himself to better fighters and other belts. According to him, Davis has defeated almost every worthy opponent in his division with ease, which also leaves him with no potential fighters.
Here's my personal opinion, okay? This is my personal take on it. I've been saying for a while that Gervonta Tank Davis needs to go up to 140 and challenge himself. Now, a lot of the fanboys, you Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, called me a hater for that because y'all just don't get it.
Showbiz the Adult feels that with the amount of talent and passion that Gervonta carries, his desires are not satiated, leaving him bored, depressed, and tired of the sport as it's no longer exciting leading up to his retirement.
The day, if he doesn't hunt big game, he's going to become depressed. He's like a pit bull without something to do, just sitting there as a lap dog. He's a pit bull who's a lap dog. Never satisfied. They kind of lose their urge to fight. They lose their animal.
On the other hand, Coach Kenny Ellis thinks that 30 is a good age to retire, but more importantly, that a fighter's decision should be respected as only they know what they're facing mentally and physically. Ellis respects Davis's decision to the point where if he woke up tomorrow and canceled the fight with Roach, Ellis would support him.
Or how real is this?
He talked about it in Martin Press, you know. If that's the case, you can only respect it, you know. You'll never know what a fighter's feeling mentally or physically. If he wake up tomorrow and said, I'm not fighting in March, then that's respect, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. A fighter have the right to retire whenever they want.
But as of right now, both fighters are on each other's tail and gave one another the death stare as a warning for what will happen in March. Roach even went as far as to state that his ideal situation is to knock Davis out in the first round, but ultimately, a knockout in any round would suffice.
What round would you ideally like to get him out of there?
Shit, I mean, everybody want a first round knockout, but shit, I'm trying to knock anybody out. I don't care if it was him, if it was anybody else. I'm trying to knock everybody out in any round. You heard
Tank.
George Kambosos Jr. thinks that everyone has a chance in the ring against whoever, as long as they have two hearts and a beating hard.
I don't even know if the fight could happen. Is he a chance against Tank?
Everyone's a chance. You can't write anyone off, no matter what in boxing. 2 hands and a heart, and anyone is a chance.
Davis currently wants 3 fights in the upcoming year before he leaves the sport. Richardson Hitchens is hoping one of them is with Shakur Stevenson, as he's the only remotely worthy contender for Tank in his eyes. It comes down to who Tank wants to fight at the end of the day anyway.
Looking at Tank, someone that you respect, and we know that you respect him so much, he does the Lamont Roach fight in March. Does he do 2 more fights after that, or just 1 and then say goodbye? Who do you think some of the opponents that he could potentially fight next year before he checks out?
I just don't know the only name that I want to see before he fights Shakur Stevenson. So I don't really care about anybody else he fights. Can't think of nobody else at 135 division that really sparks a mega fight for me besides Shakur Stevenson. So that's the only fight that I really want to see him in.
You want to see Tank and Shakur?
Yes.
You think it can happen?
It's up to Tank. So if Tank wants to fight, I think that he's in position to make the fight happen, but we'll see what he does.
But it seems like both Tank and Shakur are not each other's biggest fans. When Tank was asked if he'd take up a fight with Shakur Stevenson, he immediately clarified that he never said that he would fight him or Devin Haney. While he's unsure of the opponents for his last couple of fights, these 2 opponents could be a possibility.
I never said that. When I said that? I never said that. But I would for sure. But I never said before I retire I want to fight them too. I never said that. You said going out on 3.
The reason why Tank doesn't see Stevenson as a future opponent is because he hasn't contributed much to the sport or done anything to deserve a fight with the top boxer of the division. Davis said, for what? Like, who have Shakur and what have Shakur done? What has he done in the sport? He hasn't done anything. There was news that Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal with Tank already because he wanted a multi-fight deal. Davis scowled at the news to simply state that Shakur isn't even worth it. He's not worth fighting again for Tank, who views himself as UFC, and Shakur as those that fight underground.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth no multi-fight deal. He's not even worth it. Come on, bro. Ram gotta fight somewhere else and prove himself, and then like, you know how they got UFC and like the underground shit? He gotta fight on the underground shit and then get that.
When the reporter asked another question related to Shakur, Davis got annoyed before saying that he's there to fight Roach and not Shakur. He even questioned the reporter to see if he was a Shakur fan.
Players more accomplished in the sport, Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson?
Accomplished in the What you a Shakur fan or some shit?
No, I said Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson.
Why you keep bringing up Shakur?
He's fighting.
Mad fighters out here. I'm fighting Shakur. I'm fighting Lamont. You keep bringing up Shakur, bro. Get out of here. You from New Jersey or something?
No, I'm from here, from DC.
Yeah, what's the problem? That's probably why. I will fuck Shakur up and that nigga.
Shakur responded to Tank's comments and responses to say that if Tank gets so mad when his name is brought up, he should fight him. Every time my name come up, boy, get hella emotional. If you that bothered, settle it in the ring, gangsta. Tank doesn't see Shakur as a worthy opponent, as he said, for what? Like, who have Shakur and what have Shakur done? What has he done in the sport? He hasn't done anything. He trashed Shakur for not having done anything significant in the sport or even having a famous fight.
Honestly, I don't want to see you retire, and I don't think fans want to see you retire.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about after this year. So some fights can still happen, but after this year, I'm out of.
Could we see you with Shakur before you go?
Why you think I'm retiring? For what?
On the other hand, Shakur has been pretty responsive to Tank and took to social media to call him out on his comments, saying, "Tell that nigga fight me then." There are those who want to see this fight happen, but it just isn't happening. Yet both Tank and Shakur keep dissing each other. One fan called them out for being all talk and no show, to which Shakur commented to say, "Tell your fab fighter to fight me and bet your house on it. You gon' lose it all, lol." Roach is in the mix, as well as he promised to go after Shakur after dealing with and defeating Tank. That's because if Roach does win, he will have all of Tank's belts and can unify them.
Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions, I got smoke with all the champions. I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130. Okay. So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur, and another guy from Ukraine.
Hitchens has backed up Davis's retirement idea, stating that he already knew about it, but thinks that it was coming for some time now.
Professional fight, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go 15 rounds right now. Like, no talking, no exaggerating. People know me. People know my engine. They know that.
Davis had compared his current mindset and situation to that of Lomachenko's regarding his age. He feels that fighters can get tired of beating up their body for years and taking the damage, which makes them tired mentally, physically, and of the sport.
Oh my mother. Now watch this. Now watch. Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago?
You know how when they told you said how like I pulled the fort Lomachenko, right? And like how he said like he retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in this so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like this now, like where he talking, that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what
Many still wanted to see. There were murmurs against Tank and his team regarding their financial issues after the last conference, since his trainer Calvin Ford wasn't alongside him. This prompted Rick Glazer to say, "Very interesting development at Tuesday's Tank Davis Lamont Roach press conference. Besides the fact it started 4.5 hours late, Leonard Ellerby was not in attendance, nor was any trainer for Tank. So the huge question mark, is there trouble in the Tank Davis camp? Both Tank and Ford reunited, and it seems like they'll be prepping for the fight together."
You just told like you spoke in New York, some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd.
Like how that bet was.
The two guys, like the bet, is all this stuff kind of.
But when Tank was asked about working with Ford, he gave a very cryptic answer. He kept it short while smiling and moved on to the next question from the reporters.
Hey Tank, real talk. Will Calvin be with you on this fight? Come on, you Tank. Huh? Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see.
That's right.
Liam Paro thinks that Davis should fight someone else, but sent props to him for arranging another good fight. Paro is of the belief that Tank can fight anyone and make it look good, since he's the one who attracts the crowd. Tank's fights don't have to be hard, since he's the biggest and the baddest. In the future, Paro does want to share the stage with Tank at 140 to have a chance to go up against the fighter labeled as the face of boxing.
How big a fight is that really? Not only just for the American culture, but is it a big worldwide fight, or do you feel that Tank could have fought someone else?
Tank could fight someone else for sure, I believe. You know, hats off to him for having another fight. He's a big name. I guess he doesn't have to have those hard fights to draw in the crowd. And yeah, look, that's another potential opponent in the future. I know he's fought at 140 before, and I'd love to eventually share the ring with them guys. You know, like I said, life's about testing yourself, and I just want to keep testing myself against the best. I keep passing these tests thrown at me, and you know, the sky's the limit for me. I just want to keep proving how good I really am too.
Paro feels that him and Tank could fight. It's not impossible, and that anything can happen. If that fight deal does come to Paro, he would 100% take it, but as of right now, he's focused on his next fight.
Look, like I said, anything's possible. 100% I'd offer that fight. I'd welcome it with open arms. Whenever, like I said, I just got to get past Hitchens. God willing, I do it in dominating fashion, and that's it. I'm very tunnel vision on this fight, you know, because like I said, I want to cement my name at the top of this division for a long time. And
what do you think of this fight? Who do you think will come out on top? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more.